Whoop. There we go, there we go. No, not Elemental Earth, don't poison. Yeah, Elemental Earth immediately killed me. That checks out with Xenoblade 1. She's one-shotting people? Just she hits someone and they die? Excuse me? She wasn't doing that at the start of the fight originally, was she? I don't remember. I must not have noticed. It won't work. I think it's gonna work, though. Well, we're back to not being able to topple yet again. Have I mentioned that I don't like the class system recently? Because I am not a fan of the class system. No swallowing, only death. Man, she is, she's moving, she's on the move. Look at her go, look at her go! She's zooming. Let me put this bad boy down. Why is everyone so far away from her? Like, get in there, lads. Get in there. Behold, the Dunban Blade. Do you remember Dunban? You remember Dunban, the hero of the Homs? One of the greatest characters in video game history? Like, come on. Whoop. There we go. Get in there, Ashera. Get in there, Ashera. Draw that dang aggro. This can't be happening. I'll chain attack right there. She do be schmoovin', though. I'm still not a fan of that mechanic change. I prefer 2s using the chain attack bar to heal. That's not even a 2 thing. That's a Xenoblade 1 thing as well. That's just how Xenoblade was until this game. I don't understand why they changed it. I guess they changed it to, like, put even more emphasis on the whole class system thing. But again, I really wish, like, first of all, I've aired my grievances. I don't like the class system all that much. But, like, keep the class system in, but just make it where healing classes res faster or give more HP when they res. Just make it where healing classes are better at resing, but don't make it exclusive to them outside of one niche accessory being put on another character, which takes up one of your 3 precious accessory slots and is just annoying. Like, I just... Bad game design. Bad game design choice. That was a step backwards in game design. Did I just want to immediately do this? It'll get 32. Yeah, do it. Easily get 32. Saber Siege! Those jiggle physics, man. I would like to try and get Bombshell Blitz later, and I will risk not getting it at all to make that happen. Alright, if I finish with a Defender, it should guarantee me getting Senna back for more damage. So let's actually do it with you, because Lawns won't get to 150 anyway, so we may as well use the lower point. What, Lawns maybe could have gotten 150. I think he would have missed it, though. It would have been close. Well, Thaumaturge will actually do a good bit of damage there, too. Not bad. Yeah, give me back Senna. Alright, now we use Senna here because there's no way we get her on the next one because we didn't get Lawns on this one. In hindsight, I maybe should have saved Senna. That's going to put it at 99. Maybe should have used Noah first, then Tyon, then Senna. But this works just as well. Wow, that was such a bad hit by Noah. You couldn't have gotten 150 there, brother. This is going to do a lot anyway. It's fine. We're guaranteed to be able to get to the Ouroboros art here because we have 2 characters and one's a healer. Oh, we got our other healer back. Thank goodness we had Lawns available. Has to be Lawns here. You have to do Lawns last to make sure you don't screw that up. When you fight a character from a previous game and they have 20 million times more HP. This isn't as much HP as Mobius's typically have, so, you know, take the good with the bad, I guess. It doesn't feel like it, at least. Maybe it is about the same amount. I am playing on hard difficulty, but like, you know, hard difficulty shouldn't just be like, hey, HP sponge. I do wish it was a little less HP spongy. Bravo! Cool, Senna back at 99. Yippee! I should have done the bleed there, probably, actually. We are not going to get the kill on this chain attack, obviously. I think by the time we get to a second chain attack, we'll probably be able to finish her with the second chain attack. That'd be pretty pog money. Oh, if she whips out Starlight Kick, I'm leaving. Like, I'm honorably surrendering. If she starts Starlight Kicking us, I'll actually lose it. I don't know if I'll lose it in a good way or a bad way, but boy howdy, I'll lose it. Did you see the, like, vanishing of that chunk of health right there? That was insane. Alright, by the time we got to our first chain attack and then used it properly, we did about half of her health. So, logic dictates, unless she just got a defense up or something from that, if we just get to another chain attack, we've got her. That should about do it. This, I was about to say, this was not a good spot to throw that down at. Take that. Trying to do more art cancels because I believe it fills up the chain bar, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't it like if you art cancel repeatedly, it fills up the chain bar a little bit quicker? I think it does. I would like it if the earth did not swallow me personally, just a me thing. Check it out, Dunban Blade, Infinity Bladed, get wrecked. Oh, Ashera's not. I was about to say Ashera's dead, but she's back. Are you aggroed onto me? Oh, she was aggroed onto me. It's because Lons, Ashera, and Mio are all like going down and then getting back up. Oh, we still haven't even interlinked yet in this fight. I haven't. We're not in Interlink 3 yet. Oh, hey, I remember that move. I don't remember what it's called, but I remember my Melia doing that move all the dang time. I loved that move. It's like Aura Burst or something. Oh, apparently when she uses it, she wins. That's cool. Please tell me you're getting Tyon up. Get Tyon up now. Why is it taking you so long to get Tyon up? Please. Res. Res me, Tyon. Res me. I need to get my Interlink level 3 immediately. We're so close to a chain attack. People are, like, just going down so quickly. Oh, both of my healers are about to go down, and we're going to lose as a result. Tyon, please get... Okay, Tyon got Lons up. Nope, we're about to lose again. Okay, when she gets into enrage mode, she just does a bunch of insta-killing. Oh my goodness, both the healers got up. Wait a minute. Is there actually hope? No, there's not. They both suddenly died. Lons died to Blaze as he was getting me up. I hate the rezzing mechanic in this game. It's so unfun. Oh my goodness, it's so unfun. She just insta-killed like 3 people when she got to half health, which was really enjoyable gameplay. Let me tell you. I really love it when the difficulty bump on a boss is just like, hey, you got them to half health, now they one-shot everything, and also they do more AoE. It's such enjoyable game design. The bosses have been kind of crap today, haven't they, chat? Had a lot of crap bosses today. If we lose this one again to her just randomly killing all of the healers, I don't know, maybe we switch out Ashera for Teach or something. That's the only other thing I know to try. It's so annoying. Like, I feel like almost every time I lose a boss fight, like, I feel like 80% of the boss fights I lose are purely because, like, oh, if I could res with more people, I would win. But I can't res with more people, so I lose. And that just makes me hate the game mechanic of only healers can res even more. Because it feels like it's costing me wins more than anything else in the game. It's very not fun. I do kind of wish that I wish that they had stuck with a Xenoblade game play style of, why was that so bright? I could not see anything. A Xenoblade game play style of 3 characters instead of trying to balance it around 6. I feel like them trying to balance the game around 6, actually 7 characters being in combat at all times has kind of led to some, like, it feels like normal enemies are a little on a 2 on the easy side, which is why I'm playing on hard. But then, like, you run into, like, story bosses, and it feels like story bosses are just awfully balanced as a result a lot of the time. I was gonna suggest Teach or the no-pawns for topple. Adding the no-pawns won't let me topple because I don't have any topple arts. The no-pawns only have a break art. So that would not work. I think switching in Teach for another healer is the way to go because we, like, got close to winning twice, but then she killed the 3 rezzers, and then it was like, oh, well, I guess you lose now. So I think just, like, what is needed is more rezzers. What is needed is for the game to let people res even if they're not a healer, but that's not how the game works, so. Like, I get what they were going for with the whole 7-character thing, and the game is fun. Like, I enjoy the game way more than I enjoyed Xenoblade 2, at least, and Xenoblade X. Like, the game is fun, but it's just when you run into a main story boss, and then it's like, oh yeah, you melted, like, every normal enemy you came across. Like, literally, they're so easy, it's almost mindless to beat them, even though you're on hard mode. But then you run into a boss, and the boss just has, like, insta-killer AoE moves that if they hit your 3 healers, then you lose the game and have to restart the boss fight, which is not fun. It just really, it kills my enjoyment of the game really fast, personally. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, give me some health. I'll take my 200% here, I think. Actually, this might get 150 on its own. What if I did this? Go big or go home. Not even close to 150. Oh, wait! Oh, it's so close to 51! No! I can't believe that almost worked! It's fine, because we have, like, the guaranteed 200. I only went for that because the payoff for it would have been really big, and we weren't screwed if it didn't work.
I just thought of a great idea.
Not Mio. Cannot do Mio. Bombshell Blitz for sure. That might... That's gonna be 100 on its own. What am I doing in this chain attack? What am I doing? This chain attack is still going fine. Honestly, not getting her to half to where she just insta-kills people, so we have a little bit of time to build up the chain bar at least a bit before she starts, like, insta-KOing might actually kind of work out in our favor a little bit, potentially, maybe. It might be fine. This is a guaranteed 200, so like, although getting a 200 here isn't that important because we're gonna get the Ouroboros character res anyway, but still my point stands. This might actually work out better in the long run, although I think you're still gonna get really close to half health by the time this is over. Because you have to get hit with Senna again, and then you get hit with, the Ouroboros chain art, so I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm still having a fun time with Xenoblade 3. The most important, let me be very clear. Whatever grievances I have with the class system and the gameplay and all, the most important thing to me in video games, I've always said this. Like, gameplay does matter, obviously, and to an extent, graphics and music matter as well, but to a much lesser extent than anything else. The number one thing that matters to me always is the characters and the story. I'm very interested in the story. I like all of the characters to varying degrees. There's no one I outright hate. That's what matters most. So I'm having a fun time playing Xenoblade 3 a lot. But, that being said, how do I do this? That being said, definitely the gameplay is like, it's losing me a little bit with the difficulty scaling of main story bosses. story, gameplay, and music for me. Characters don't really make or break the game for me. That's so wild, Wolfen. Like, why do you care so much about the overall storyline, but care so little about the characters? Like, caring about the story more than the characters, I can understand. But, like, caring the most about the story, but then not, like... Bad characters can, like, ruin a story. Like, it doesn't matter how good the story is if all the characters just suck, in my eyes. That's such an insane take to me. I don't understand that at all. But to each their own, I guess. Anyways, what was I saying? Definitely for me, the weakest part of Xenoblade 3 is the gameplay. I don't really like, I still enjoy the gameplay overall, but as we get deeper, I'm like, I don't really like the class system all that much and how it works. The normal enemy fights, even on hard, seem like a little pushover-y at times. Like, the only time I feel like I'm really engaged in the combat is when I'm fighting blue enemies, unique enemies, or bosses. And then story mode bosses like this, and the Mobiuses and whatnot, like Console J and the D&J fight. The D&J fight wasn't that bad, but still was a little, like, it was just really bulky. They end up being insanely bulky, which is annoying. And sometimes they end up being like, hey, they might just insta... When we fought the first perfect fused, what was it, O and P? Didn't I lose the O and P fight because they, like, in their second phase, they did some kind of AoE move that killed all my healers, and then I had to redo the fight again? Like, I feel like that happens too often. Like, that feels like, at that point, that starts to feel like a flaw in design more than anything else. So, like, the gameplay just doesn't hold up to the level of, like, not even, like, I was gonna say it doesn't hold up to Xenoblade 1, and it doesn't, but even pushing Xenoblade 1 aside, even not considering Xenoblade 1's combat, just combat in general, like, I just feel like the combat is a little lacking in difficulty scale. It's either, like, normal enemies too easy, or story bosses that kill you based on not being able to be rezzed in time, or suddenly insta-killing you, and that's just a really not fun feeling when fighting a boss. I'm trying to attack cancel as much as humanly possible to build up the chain bar right now. If we can build up the chain bar before she downs, like, 3 people, we might have a shot. I'm also considering just doing my Interlink level 2 here in a second. But I really want to get Interlink level 3 if I can help it. We are probably, see there, that did a lot of damage to a bunch of people who happen to be healers. It is looking likely that we will get another chain attack as long as, like, 4 people don't go down right here. Come on, come on, come on. Get a share up, get a share up. Oh, now I'm down. I think she's going to get us all down right before we can do it. Oh, maybe not, maybe not. Give me up, let's go. Okay, wait, we should be fine. I think we got it. I think we got it. I think we're good. Have you played any other Xenoblade games? I've played every Xenoblade game. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is my second favorite game of all time. I played Xenoblade X and Xenoblade 2, like, when they released. Like, day of releases. How do I want to do this? Keeps. I think Tyon and then actually Mio? Yeah. Yeah. We really need for the queen to... I don't think she's going to die to this chain attack, but we need her to be very close to dead. To me, the characters can make or break a story. Bad characters can ruin a game. Yeah, I agree. That's pretty much how I feel. Honestly, I think a game with a bad story can even, to an extent, I'm very much of the opinion that when you're looking at story and characters in a game, or in a TV show, or like an anime, even, as well, I think that a bad story can be carried by really good characters. And a good story can be ruined by really bad characters. But, like, really good characters can't be ruined by a bad story, kind of. Like, it doesn't really work vice versa, I think. Personally, I need to have both characters and story be good, but bad gameplay will make me hate the game. Yeah, I feel what you're saying. I mean, if the gameplay is literally garbage, like the worst thing ever, then that can ruin the game for me, for sure. But, like, if gameplay is subpar, but the story and characters are good, then that's enough for me. Like, if the gameplay is just, like, if it's good enough to not feel like absolute trash, then, like, I can deal with gameplay being subpar, to be honest. as long as the characters in story, like, carry the rest of it. I think the vision system in 1 is just inherently the best system for combat because it's reactive by nature. You know when something bad is happening, which makes it feel very fair. Yeah, the vision system in 1 is really good. I really love chain attack in 1, and you have so many options that just feel good in Xenoblade 1 combo-wise. With toppling, maybe going with Daze, going with Melia's poison strats, Ricky's damage over time, just straight up like hyper offense with Dunban, 7, and Shulk, etc. And you've got plenty of options in this game too, with like you can do the smash thing or whatever and launch, but with how the class system is set up, I just feel like it's so annoying to get to those opportunities. And I don't know, they just don't feel as smooth to me the way it's set up. All right, wait a minute, I gotta focus on my chain attack. Why do I always start discussions with chat in the middle of chain attacks where I have to pay attention to what I'm doing? Why do I keep doing this to myself?